Hey guys, my name is Christian.
Carlos, Josh.
This is TRT Boxing.
Today we're going to talk about the Cotto Pacquiao fight, which is going to be held at the MGM Grand, November 14th. Another dump catch weight of 145 pounds. Going into this fight, I think we have two of the best right now. Pacquiao is like very explosive. He just goes forward and he tries to literally tries to get it over with within probably less rounds. On the other side, Cotto, great boxer, got great skill. He's also been through almost everything. With the Margarito fight against Cotto. And I think for this fight for Cotto to actually, people keep saying that Cotto's going to lose because Pacquiao's stronger, faster. It's going to take more than that. Pacquiao's strength and speed, because in reality Cotto's been hit already with blocks. I really think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a classic.
The reason this fight's so entertaining because both of those guys are known for being attackers. Cotto lately is slowed down with pretty much the Mosley fight now on. He's been working on his boxing, and his boxing skill has been amazing recently. Even though he didn't look great against Cotto, or he got plastered by Margarito, figuratively and literally. He's been approaching his fight slowly, but the guy he has that attack mode, like he showed against Cotto. He showed against Margarito in the first few rounds, where Margarito would get him close to the ropes. Cotto was winning some of the inside exchanges with big shots, big fast combinations, and he neutralized Mosley's speed with his own whatever he uses, because he's not the fastest welterweight out there, but
He's timing.
yeah, he has great timing, and that's what he's able to just neutralize their speed like he did Judah, Mosley, Malignaggi. So it's an interesting fight in that aspect, and since both of them are going to be attacking each other, and they both say they're going for the big win, the big finish. Pacquiao or Roach said he's going to go for the third round knockout in his most recent prediction. So it's going to be an interesting fight. 145 pounds. I don't think the catch weight's going to be that big of a deal. Since Cotto weighed in at 145 against Jennings and 2 fights ago. And he looked fine in that fight. Looked like he was just sparring a little guy.
Okay, I'll start talking about Pacquiao. Let's see. Pacquiao blew up and becomes like pound for pound king after, pretty sure just right after De La Hoya. Yeah. Right, it wasn't after that. So after De La Hoya, he whoops De La Hoya, which De La Hoya comes down to, and I can already smell the hate comments on this, but this is what we're doing this. I'm going to say what I think. De La Hoya comes down to 147 and fights Pacquiao. Pacquiao whoops De La Hoya, okay, but again, the way I think about it is because everyone gives him props. Okay, Pacquiao becomes pound for pound, and Pacquiao's not pound for pound because he just whooped De La Hoya. Look how he did it. He did it so well. If Cotto would have fought De La Hoya at that same time at 147, it would have probably, the way I see it, would have probably even been a worse outcome. Cotto's not as fast as Pacquiao, but the way De La Hoya actually looked, how he was drained, Cotto would have probably even dropped De La Hoya, I think. Okay, then we go to the next one, Hatton. Pacquiao dropped Hatton in the second round. Again, put Cotto fighting Hatton. I can't stand the people that say, oh, well, Cotto's not even as good as Hatton. And I mean, props to all the British, and props to Hatton for everything he's accomplished. But, Cotto's way better than Hatton. Cotto would have dropped Hatton too. I'm not saying he would have dropped him in the second round, but he would have easily dropped him too. It would have been a little harder over 140 pounds, but meeting somewhere in there, it would have been very hard for Hatton to take on Cotto. Now, Pacquiao it's the king, and he's going for Cotto. Okay, then we go back. We go to Cotto. When Cotto was fighting, Cotto fought Mosley. Cotto finishes beats Mosley. Very good fight actually. No one would even joked about a Pacquiao Cotto fight at that moment. I mean, everyone would have said, okay, there's no way Pacquiao would even get close to beating Cotto after Cotto beats Mosley. But okay, Cotto then fights Gomez, which no one cares. Then he fights Margarito. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he fights Margarito. Margarito. Okay, takes 11 rounds for Margarito to beat him, but in the first at least 9 rounds, Cotto's destroying Margarito. Then all the plaster stuff happens. Then Cotto goes to Jennings, then Cotto goes to Plotty, and he doesn't look that good against Plotty either. But again, then we go back to the same thing. You put Margarito against Pacquiao, come on, think about it. Like, put Margarito against Pacquiao with Margarito with plaster.
Even without plaster.
Even without plaster, it was very hard for Pacquiao. That's the thing, no one ever talks about this. Look at the opponents. There's no way. I mean, Pacquiao would have looked like a midget compared to Margarito. Then we go to Plotty. Put Pacquiao against Plotty. I'm pretty sure Pacquiao will beat Plotty. Pacquiao's fast enough to go in there and actually hit Plotty, get away, and beat him. But he wouldn't have looked as good as any other person. He just wouldn't have a good look. He wouldn't have looked good. And like the same thing that happened with Cotto. He didn't look that good against Plotty. So you're giving Cotto very hard opponents, and you're giving Pacquiao. I'm not saying they're easy opponents for Pacquiao, but everyone gave Pacquiao crazy props for what he did, which it's okay. Yeah, you gotta give him his props. But they weren't even close to as hard as opponents as Cotto was getting. And now you got Cotto against Pacquiao, and Cotto is not De La Hoya. He said it already. Cotto's not Hatton. And so that's a big matchup. And I'm gonna let Carlos talk now for a little bit, and then I'll go back to some other points.
Just like how he said it, I'm right behind us. I had no idea, I have no clue how people keep saying that Pacquiao can beat Cotto by a knockout. I really don't understand how that can happen, because in order for that to happen, Pacquiao needs to become loaded. Like he needs to come loaded, and Cotto has to come in like at very dehydrated, like almost not even being able to stand up in the weigh-in. On the other hand, I mean, I just don't get why Pacquiao keeps saying that, or all the Pacquiao fans. I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't even find the words, because I just don't see how you guys think Pacquiao's gonna beat Cotto in 3 rounds.
Well, going back to what Christian said for the going up to or Pacquiao beating De La Hoya and Hatton and not being that impressive, it was impressive in the fact that he went up so much in weight to beat him, the way he beat him. But had it been Cotto beating them at the same weight, nobody would have cared. It would have been, okay, well, Cotto whooped De La Hoya, he crushed his body just like the Hopkins did. Mm-hmm. But the only reason it was impressive is because Pacquiao moved up in weight and he looked impressive against him. Now, that being said, Cotto, like I said, Margarito against Pacquiao would be a ridiculous fight. Margarito would just run into him and Pacquiao wouldn't even be able to hurt him. But Cotto took the best shots that Mosley had. He took a few uppercuts right to the head. He took a few overhand rights to the head. He took Margarito's best shots, and it took him 11 rounds, and he finally took a knee. But so saying that Pacquiao, who he did knock out De La Hoya, he looked very powerful against Hatton. He looked great against De La Hoya. He looked great against Diaz. But I don't think he's nowhere near on the power level of Mosley. He's faster, and that's the one thing that's going to help him, because you won't be able to get your defense up. You won't be able to get your tight in order to take that punch. But I don't think he's not going to be able to hurt Cotto in the way that he did against De La Hoya and Hatton. It's just going to be like punching a guy that he might daze him once in a while or buzz him, but if Mosley couldn't do it, I can't see Pacquiao doing it. And with Cotto's boxing skill, it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm nervous on the prediction on what to do, but